1999, my company merged with S&D Productions, so I'm owned by S&D apparently. We originally wanted to commission our era in the fall of '98, but went into trouble by accident. We also commissioned After Hours and started planning for a major doc, which would take over 3 years to complete. It was down in Brighton that the scene would be found for a documentary classic. We originally wanted to have a 2 hour pilot, a 2 hour live pilot, but ITV said no. Then we got a 45-minute pilot on ITV, The Greys, and then in August 2000, with the 40th, we got Arthur Sands. We originally wanted to Mary McMurray, who was my assistant on After Hours, gave me the chance to go to Calton to pitch an idea for a new documentary. I then met sorry, I then met a I then I then met Ken Marway, and Ken said, "Whoa, look who it is." Now Ken was actually the first choice to be the narrator for Kerry and her sisters. But he said, "I am not associating my comedy night of the 90s with a says program." Now, we had Ken Morley, Paul Tarmy, uh, Swiss Elkins, and Udo and Dean Alexander are in the running. I, now, in March, in March 2001, while compiling the After Hours repeat for Grenada Plus, I got a phone call from my my frustrated executive who said, "Get this fucking film finalized." So I went down to Birmingham with Ken Rowley, and he said, "I am not going to be associated any furthermore with this project. If you want to, ask Kerry's wife." So I did, and then I went to record the narration over 2 Fridays. But ITV were getting in a bit of a panic and said, "No, no, no, you have to get this done now." So while I was visiting editing Dackenby, I got it done. We originally wanted to air it in June of 2001, but ITV said, we're not going this way and that way for you." I then, I then wanted to base it on The Wall, which was a big positive. Shooting commenced over 2 days in June of '01. We then set a transmission date for 27th of July. I also made an unused teaser trailer showing the reveal of the ITV1 logo, but that got canned and replaced by Glenn Bannerman's voiceover. I then told my mate Sam at Trinity Mirror, because I was there with him an archivist at the time, and they got me a mention in one of the Damon Mirror editions. Strange, really. I remember now the idea was to have two further sequels made over the intervening years, one in 2005 to mark ITV's 50th birthday. But the idea was scratched at the last minute because I was in ours. We then made one final We then made a second film in 2012 using, however, I have to run Mama and Gon's archives to get the live film again. Then I have to reassemble the cast of the original film to record the new material. That was done in November 2010. In December, the one awaited sequel. I had three other documentary books. The Waltons at 30, which is coming up next week, by the way, so keep a lookout. Malcolm and Barbara, what happened next, and I think a documentary on Soho, but that didn't get made until 2 years later. The principal photography was done in October 2011. The teaser was released in November. I originally wanted to have John for my Sri Bangkok as the narrator because that would have been fitting. But unfortunately, during the filming of the Dom 4 doc, Sita and Managers have got better things to do. So in the end, we chose a boundary girl as narrator, and it was a pretty controversial choice at the time. It was quite uncared, but she brilliantly filmed the series with her predecessor. Now, originally, we wanted to make this a two-part film. One part showing the first years, and the other part showing the intervening years, and produced by North One Television. But North One Television said, in a gruff voice, "Mr. Robinson, you are not co-producing with us." And I thought, God Almighty, what a disaster! We've been now the third film is gonna be expected care production. Set immediately after the event of the first two films. Obviously, a lot of things have changed. The house has become a bit cramped. You will see in Tuesday's episode a reference to episode 1 where we said, "I'm your saviour." That was a reference to the first film. The second film will also be referenced partly, but this film, I think it is like Kes, it is like the way through version of Kes, because you've gone so much to the go over the years that you end up having to realize that one day the girl will separate. That's my yours. I mean, I'm God. You can't even comprehend what's going to happen between now and next. I mean, it's six. I mean, it's 3 years to the day. We have some great surprises and an emotional finale. We will. I think it will mark the end of an era because, for me, Kevin and Sisters has been one of the greatest projects of my life. But time and age doesn't make us old. Time waits for no one, and in Kerry's case, time does wait for no one. I will do anything to keep the project going, but 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 as you've seen over the last few weeks, over the last year, I have been desperately trying to find the one piece of the puzzle. All the disco is starting to fall. Is starting to come apart. I mean, most of my family have gone to other places in Wales. So, and you saw this morning with the sort of visit what what time means. I mean, time's running out. Basically, this world that we've lived in for almost 2 decades is starting to go a bit quiet on the edges because, as you all know, we are building to some sort of climate. Well, I think if only you would bit into the real world sooner, and I'll tell you why in part 2.